Today I'll be sharing how I make Kunu. I've had a lot of requests on how to make this, and that is why I'm bringing this on today. Hi everyone and welcome back. I started off by adding my millets into a bowl of water. I gave it a stir like that. I took out the ones that are floating and I added more water to soak this overnight. Shout out to Teddy's Angel. Thank you so much for the feedback. I'm so glad those recipes come out so good, and I'm glad you've learned a lot on this page. Please let me know where you're watching from so I can give you a shout out in my next video. Now we'll rinse that until it is this clean. At this point, we'll go ahead to add our ginger, pepper and some cloves. Just add based on the quantity of millet you're making and how spicy you want it. Added some of it into my blender, added water, and I'll just go ahead to blend. Now I repeated the same process until everything was turned. And at this point, I went in with some raw potato that is uncooked, okay? And I'll be blending that too. This is everything and it is looking this smooth. Now I'll be using a chiffon material for this. I lined it and I poured a blended millet. Added more water in order to get as much pap as possible, like as much fine paste as possible. Yeah. So I'll just go ahead now to sieve this. I'm using my hand because I'm making this for my family. Please feel free to use glove if it's for commercial or some tongue. Now this is how you should have it, like that is how it should be looking. Now into a pot, added water and I'll be bringing that to a boil. I left this to settle for about 4 hours, and 4 hours later I'll just go ahead to take out the excess water because it has settled. And this is what it is looking like. It's looking like a pap, right? Yeah. Now I'm just going to be giving this a mix and add water to my desired consistency. Using a whisk, I'll just go ahead to break those lumps that you're seeing until we have a fine and smooth consistency. Into a bowl, I added half of that, and I'll be pouring this boiled water over it. I'm going to be giving this a stir now and add the half of the raw one at this point and give it a mix. At this point, I'll go ahead to add my sugar. You can add any sweetener of choice, okay? You can add more or less of that sugar, okay?